Hey darlings, welcome back to Meghan and Harry Tales, where we bring the truth to the palace gates and clap back at the royal rumour mill. So apparently another royal expert is crying wolf again, claiming that Prince Harry's life is still dominated by the struggles of being the second born. Oh really? Is that the best they've got now? The same recycled sob story to make William look like the long-suffering hero and Harry the broken brat? Well, not today. Because today we're flipping the script, setting the record straight, and exposing how Prince Harry, not William, is the one who rose above the royal machinery, and how the real emotional struggle might just be happening behind palace walls, with the so-called heir himself. For years, people have said that Prince Harry is always struggling because he is the spare. They see him as the lost brother, forever in the shadow of William, the heir. Newspapers and television shows love this story. It feels familiar, even comforting in its simplicity. But real life is never so simple. The idea that Harry's only challenge was being second-born misses the true picture. In fact, the label spare is a heavy one, but not for the reasons most imagine. It is not a life of constant defeat, but one of searching for meaning beyond duty. When people talk about Harry's struggles, they often forget just how much he has chosen for himself. Yes, he faced hardships, but is that not true of us all? The important thing is what he did with those difficulties. Perhaps the real story is not about Harry's struggle to fit in, but about his bravery to step out. The world saw his pain, yet he turned his spare status into an opportunity for change, growth, and love. Prince Harry's journey was never straightforward. As a young man, he lived under rules he did not write. He wore uniforms, gave speeches, and smiled for cameras. But inside, he often felt restless. He saw that being royal meant living on a stage every day with lines already written by others. But Harry did not accept this quietly. He began to look for purpose elsewhere. He served in the army, travelled the world, and met people from every walk of life. Each new experience chipped away at the walls of the palace and opened up his mind. Meeting Meghan was a turning point. With her, Harry found someone who understood his need for honesty and freedom. Together they stepped away from the old patterns. They broke free from the endless duties, the press, and even their royal titles. This was not a selfish escape, but a brave leap into the unknown. In doing so, Harry showed that freedom is worth the risk. He chose happiness over tradition. He taught us all that sometimes breaking the rules is the only way to truly find yourself. Being the second-born is often seen as a disadvantage. People call it second-born syndrome, as if the younger child is always left behind. But look closer, and you'll see the unique gifts this position brings. Without the weight of being the heir, Harry could see the world through a different lens. He learned to adapt, to support, and to question things others took for granted. He saw how rules could both protect and trap. Where William's path was fixed, Harry's had room to twist and turn. The space to explore, to make mistakes, and to grow gave him a wide horizon. Harry's perspective allowed him to connect with people outside the royal bubble. He became a champion for veterans, for mental health, and for those who felt voiceless. His empathy grew from living in the shadow, but also from stepping out of it. This perspective, born of being the spare, became Harry's great strength. It gave him the courage to break away and the wisdom to help others do the same. Now, let us turn to Prince William. His story is often told as one of calm, steady leadership. But beneath that calm, there is a great weight. William's life was mapped out from the day he was born. Every decision, every emotion is measured against the crown he will one day wear. He cannot simply walk away. The rules are his to uphold, not to question. This is both his duty and his burden. The world expects him to be strong, sensible, and always in control. There is little space for doubt or weakness. William's emotional struggle is quieter, but perhaps deeper. He must hide his feelings, even from himself at times. He must put the monarchy first, his own needs second. The pressure to conform, to never disappoint, is relentless. It is not freedom, but a golden cage. In this way, William's struggle is the harder one. While Harry found a way out, William remains inside, carrying the hopes and traditions of 1,000 years. While William lives behind palace walls, Harry has become a new kind of leader. He speaks openly about his pain, his mistakes, and his hopes. This honesty is rare in royal circles. It is also powerful. People listen to Harry not because he is royal, but because he is real. Through his charities, interviews, and public work, Harry has touched lives far beyond Britain. He talks about mental health, grief, and the struggle to belong. He does not pretend to be perfect. Instead, he shows that true strength comes from vulnerability. This openness has made Harry more influential than many expected. He has inspired people to seek help, to speak out, and to choose their own paths. His work feels genuine, driven by experience rather than duty alone. In stepping away, Harry found not just happiness, but a way to help others. His influence comes from living his truth, not from following old scripts. As we come to the end of our tale, what can we learn from these two brothers? The greatest struggle is not being the spare or the heir. It is living by rules that are not your own. Harry shows us the courage it takes to choose a different path, even when the world is watching. William's journey is one of duty, sacrifice, and tradition. He carries a burden few can imagine, but Harry's journey is one of freedom, honesty, and love. He stepped outside the palace walls and discovered what truly mattered. The media may tell us that Harry is a lost soul, but perhaps he's the brave one. He reminds us that the real victory is to live with purpose and heart, not just to follow the crowd. So let us celebrate those who choose love over duty, truth over comfort, and courage over conformity. In the end, that is the greatest lesson from the lives of William and Harry.